Oh yes, she was very, very photogenic, and beside that, she chose the best hairstyle that is very protective for her hair. Let's try to do this. Alright, yes, in this video, I'm going to be taking you slowly by slowly so that we close this chapter for plating inside knotless of natural tangle. And I want you guys to listen to me very careful, like those ones who have already started learning on how to do it. Please just try to give me more of your time so that you listen to these words, because they are going to be guiding you when you're doing this hairstyle. So this is Hair by Clippers, and we just want to welcome everyone who is watching right now. Yes, thank you so much, and all the return subscribers, you're most welcome. So we're going to be seeing on how to do the natural tangle, and I always tell you guys we use Afro Kinky, and this is how it looks. So I'm gonna be explaining most of the things that you need to be very careful when you're doing the natural tangle. So now when we're trying to apply these one, I want you to see very, very careful that we first apply the molding gel at the first place, and that one help to collect all the hair together, as you can see. So I separate them into three portions, and I bring my kinky this way, then I start. So you get this to the upper one, this to the right, and this to the left, and then you start braiding. And braiding, sometimes you don't need to do it very tight, because most of the times when it is too tight, it is not comfortable, and that's why most people fear to do dreadlocks. Why? It is because sometimes they feel it very painful, and even others breaks their hair. That's why most of them feel like they cannot do these styles of kinky, because it always breaks their hair maybe. But for me, when it comes to kinky, it is the best hair extension that you can use always, or maybe with kids, or even us, because it is very, very soft. And when it comes to having a lot of styles, is the best, because now in this kinky you can get a lot of hairstyle that you even didn't know. So that's why I love it so much. So those ones who, like, if it's your first time to be on this channel, trust me, you need to know that kinky is the best hair extension that you can always use, because I've been using it, and trust me, I have got that experience on how you can use it and become protected, because we all remember that kinky is very soft. It is easily, like maybe those ones who always swim most of the time, that it dries as soon as possible, in that it can always dry with the temperature, the outside temperature, and even if you don't go in a dryer. So that's how amazing the kinky is. You understand? So when you're applying it, we always choose to use this method, and I've been telling you that when you use this method, it means you have these two options. Like, one, if use this method, you can be able to lock it anytime you want. And I always advise to lock, I mean like to repair. So I always advise you guys, like, if you want to lock your hair, like after braiding, let's say it's like 1 month or two, and you want to lock it, yes, you should always consider your hair. like you should always consider your hair, and most of the time like the hairline. So when you want to lock it, still we need to know the how long had it, like how long you have stayed with that kind of the natural tangle, so that when they are doing it, there's no that risk of you losing it, or maybe like your hair to break. So that's why we always need to know that. So you can see here, very very careful, that we get our kinky and we just add into this, just like that. And if you try to see how my hands are moving, it is really interesting, just like that. You may feel like maybe I'm trying to be tight, but trust me, it is very very soft, and I try to make sure that I do it very very soft. So this is how you can also try it out and do this natural tangle. And I told you, most of the times when we are doing it, we're not supposed to overpack it. I don't know why, like, but most people, they feel like when you overpack hair, it is when maybe it looks nice, or maybe it's when someone's head gets that shape, because there are those people with small head, and now they feel when they pack a lot of hair on them, they will have that it will be, at least it will be good for them. But I would want to advise you guys that most of the times when we are doing our braids, all these natural tangles, and we try to make the size that we are going to do, for me, when I'm plaiting, I use that same size of the hair to get the braid that I'm going to be applying on the hair. So most of the times when we start and maybe someone tells us, I want it packed, so you find you have to make the boxes very small, and yet the extension is big. So what happened afterward, you're going to find that your hairline has started breaking just because of that. So we should be very careful when it comes to this kinky, in that we don't have to overspace. So if you're there and you have been doing that, trust me, try to look at those people's hairline, and there you'll tell me how, like what happened. So we should always mind about that. For today's video, this is what I got for you, and this is Hair by Clippers. We love you. Bye bye. Dolina Chonga, Dolina, yeah, 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 yeah. A number one project master, Morris.